This next fellow is a very dear friend and highly respected amongst us because he is our Johnny Appleseed, without which many, many, many of these events would not have happened. He's seeding all the time. He has received recent acumen, being made Orange County Poet Laureate, most deservedly so. So it gives me great pleasure, Robert Milby.
Thank you, Hayden. From the past week, last Sunday being the 3rd, Georg Trakhl's birthday, German poet, 1887. Felix Mendelssohn, born in 1809. Gertrude Stein, born in 1874. And the Confederate poet Sidney Lanier, 1842. On the 4th of February, Jacques Prévert, 1900. Jean Icard, born in 1848 in France. Marianne Moore's death in 1972 on the 5th. Janine Palmy Vega, who used to read with us throughout the Hudson Valley, born in 1942. On the 6th of February, Christopher Marlowe, born in England, of course, 1564. Hudson Valley novelist. Harvey Havel, born in 1971. Some of you know him. Bob Marley, born in 1945. On the 7th, we have Charles Dickens, born in 1812. Sinclair Lewis, his father was Babbitt, born in 1885. David Ignatow, born 1914. And Laura Ingalls Wilder, 1867. Today, being the 8th, we have Samuel Butler, British poet, 1612. John Ruskin, born in 1819. Elizabeth Bishop, she was a Vassar girl, born in 1911. Jules Verne, 1828, Kate Chopin, 1851, and John Grisham, 1955. Few for the Aquarians, you know who you are. Quarantine. In the worst hour of the worst season of the worst year of a whole people, a man set out from the workhouse with his wife. He was walking, they were both walking north. She was sick with famine fever and could not keep up. He lifted her and put her on his back. He walked like that west and north until at nightfall, under freezing stars, they arrived. In the morning, they were both found dead of cold, of hunger, of the toxins of a whole history. But her feet were held against his breastbone. The last heat of his flesh was his last gift to her. Let no love poem ever come to this threshold. There is no place here for the inexact praise of the easy graces and sensuality of the body. There is only time for this merciless inventory. Their death together in the winter of 1847, also what they suffered, how they lived, and what there is between a man and woman, and in which darkness it can best be proved. Avon Boland. She is one of the greatest living poets in Ireland. Read her work.
Can you say your name again, Robert?
Avon Boland. E-A-V-A-N. Boland, as it sounds. For Noah Chamberlain, Pinson, Tennessee, January 2016. Hypothermia a mile and a half from Grandma's house. Grandma left you in the forest, Noah. She brought your sister out from the trail. A week in the frost-condemned woods, but no matter how I prayed for your safe return, your mother's and father's embrace, I could not thaw a little corpse in the warmth of my thoughts. How can anyone leave children in the maw of a frozen night, voracity of southern haunted woodlands, evil trailers in demonic river valleys up north, milk carton lies about runaways who are swept into bondage of priced bodies? There are no suffering children unto Christ. There is only suffering children at the hands and will of adults. You wandered in the daylit forest alone. You stumbled and night's freezing woodlands took you and rocked you to sleep. Where was your mother? Where was your father? Your grandmother simply abandoned you to a hypothermic obituary. A tiny boy, a baby dissolved into night. You traversed the dark acreage alone. Mommy and Grandma were somewhere. You'd find them. Grandmother left you in the brambles and you found a field. You were hungry, cold, and scared. Strange night noise terrified you. You cried. What did you see in the dark mind of the woods? Confederate ghosts stood guard as you slept. None saw their fire but you. Bruised, cut, wet feet, thorns, marsh, stink, mud. They could do nothing but watch over you. Because you were left a week in the frost-conquered woods, you cried. How you suffered! The gray ghosts spoke softly. You slept in the cold, heard the voices, heard the dogs. This is for Edgar A. Poe. Numerous Atlantic ravens, strange shapes before sunrise, eager breaths of chimney smoke on Main Street, a doll of snow, storm glued to a frosted pine, ornament on a new Christmas tree, and the shadows, dark clouds like numinous Atlantic ravens, sounding wind lamentations over fields and Hudson's quiet railroad sleeping in snow. A black bear on this Arctic night, or elderly man with coat and cape, merely a flag and sign. Oak branches and a ghost's elusive rhythms in darkness, January nocturne. Snow skulls, ice bones, winter drifts, midnight sugar glaze. Poe's drunken ramble from a side street public house back to the Temperance Union of sleep before morning's live birth. Wind's assignation with shy snow dust, a lonely pasture whose harvest, white roses and ghost moths vanish when Crow carries his canvas over rooftops, mixing gray with blue at dawn. Poe thanks you. He's been in Beacon before. A murmuration is a large group or a flock of starlings. The murmuration and the murder. Bird blind, a swoon of birds above tombs of snow. Winter birds preserve memory of tribal verses, variations on a theme of thin winters and pine silence. Wind cold dims the mud with snow, stops the blood and blows omens of tundra specters. Branches creak, apiary asleep, orchards ornaments polished in bluster breath. Night's delegates read my will of snow. Crows, you startle my shallow slumber, barking in your sudden flight. Starlings basking atop the chimney smoke, do not flinch at your wind march. Songbird supplicants fight over millet and sunflower remnants. February sun wanes as bonfire hillside glows. Charred corpses of wood, charmed courses of frozen water, waiting in opaque pond for evidence of equinox. Starlings, your chimney sweep cast thousands of you into the condescending sky. Winter, certain of his mission, a sunset bodement, breezes break milkweed pods, teasel batons, abandoned corn husks, beggars and peddlers of scant light before a storm, death in his name, snow from his cart.